桃地凪、ただいまより主様の護衛につきます。
Hello and welcome all. Welcome to another Action Taimanin video. And in this video, we are gonna discuss about Nagi. Why am I gonna discuss about Nagi? Because yes, this is a build video. It's gonna be her red build. This is a little bit different from what I used to do. I'm gonna be a little bit more hands-on, quote-unquote, with her right now. So yeah, let's dive into her skills and everything. Alright. As you can see here, Nagi has average stats. If you actually look at the one on the green, her stats are average. Nothing more, nothing less. You think she's not that special, but yeah. What separates her from other characters, pretty much similar to Anne Rose, she is sharing weapons with another character who is Rin. So if you actually built up another character's weapon just like this, you can actually just give it or let her borrow it, and that's it. If you main Rin, you're gonna have a better time with Nagi, because Nagi is much easier to use than Rin. If Rin is easy because of the Taimanin art and her green build for the Volt Spin, Nagi is much easier with her red build. I assure you that. I can guarantee you that. Let's jump into the skills, guys. Alright, number one skill. This is a must-have for the red build, Storm Dance. Hurls a wind, knocks back enemies nearby, restores HP by 5%, damage dealt when a set of effect is applied. The red build increases the attack range by 50%. So imagine this, if you are being mobbed and you have low health and suddenly you do the skill, it's gonna be amazing. You will just health gain again and again, full health. I guarantee you that. I tested this and yeah, it works. All you need to do is just have Nagi the skill, and that's it. You can health gain as well, but make sure that your enemies are actually doesn't have armor. Sometimes the only flaw of this skill is that if your enemies have armor, sometimes they don't go down and they can still attack you. But overall, this is a very effective skill against mobs, basically trash mobs, and some bosses as well, where you can actually leech some health. Alright, next skill for me is Stormbringer. This is one of the best aerial skills I've seen besides Kurenai, because Stormbringer is actually another huge AoE which hits a lot, and I mean a lot, of space and area. We could hit about four or more people on this one, especially on the Taimanin Gauntlet. If you have this skill, this is so good. It stuns the enemy on one red, performs an additional attack at the end, because there's going to be a more somersault and then another attack, and then it increases the critical rate on the third if you have another third one. Alright, she will jump and perform an area attack, throwing a wind blade several times. Alrighty, and this will be Nagi's third skill. You will either use these Momochi sword style, which is similar to Asuka. You will gain range. She's gonna be a range character along with melee. When you get close, of course, it's gonna be melee, but the blades that Nagi throws are ranged, and it pierces through enemies. So if it pierces through enemies, you can hit multiple targets. This is what I personally use because I like it. I can do a very defensive Nagi which can hit dodge any enemy. So let's see the description. Enhances normal attacks and deals range attacks with Windblade Aura. Increases damage, and increases particle charge amount by 50%. The other one of this Taimanin art is the Mirage Strike. Mirage Strike is similar to an enhanced attack, similar to, let's say, Felicia, where she becomes faster. But this time around, Nagi summons a clone of her which actually hits the enemies much faster. It enhances the normal attacks, performs an additional attack with the Shadow Clone. It increases the speed and increases the speed even more, and increases particle charge by 50%. So the give and take of these two styles is that one will be range, which increases your damage. The other one will increase your speed, so it will depend on you. But since we are here and this is my personal build, I will go for this one, Momochi's sword style. And for those who have unlocked the 4th skill slot, if you have been wailing, me, I haven't unlocked this yet for reasons because I'm still experimenting with Nagi. I think the best 4th skill for her, which is in my opinion, is the Flame Arts. There we go. Momochi Assassin Arts Flame. Because this is a dodge skill. Perform an additional explosion attack. Imagine this. Perform another explosion attack after this explosion. That's a lot of AoE, and this is very huge as well. You can actually use this. If you don't want to use this or this and only have the 3rd skill, you can actually use Momochi Assassin Arts Flame. Because the other builds, like for Centipede, it's just get over here. Not really that good. It just increases the skill damage by 25%. But it's still a good skill because you can ease the gap. Moonshade, on the other hand, can increase damage by 10% for 10 seconds. You can actually use that as well. But for me, if you really want to play defensively, use this as your 4th skill, Momochi Assassin Flame Arts. You can actually take off Momochi Sword Style and Mirage Strike as well if you want to have a more defensive playstyle. But you will lose the increased damage or the increased attack speed here on the Mirage Strike. Since we are doing now a red build, we are not going to discuss any of the other builds since these are the other. This is the build that we're going to concentrate on, the red build only. Momochi Style Flutter, pretty much is just a DPS build, and this one is more for not really defensive build, more for Asagi type build on blue. But yeah, Stormbringer is really strong. Alright, so for supporters, what do I use? Yeah, if you're gonna have a supporter, early supporter, Sanada Homura is one of the best. Always keep in mind, Sanada Homura is one of the best red supporters. She can be used early game to late game. And when you are in late game, make sure she is enhanced. I already have her at plus 15, so yeah, I am good with her. She increases the damage dealt to enemies by 30% and increases damage taken from all enemies by 10%. It doesn't matter with the 10% because we have lifesteal with Nagi. Alright, next is a free supporter that I use, Stella. Increases damage dealt to all enemies by 30%. This is the best, passive abilities, because anything that damages all enemies by any percentage is really good, especially all enemies. It includes bosses and other special types of enemies. And the latest, supporter, Linaria Lucanen, I butchered the name, increases damage dealt by 6% per enemies, and writes an ancient rune which dealing about 1300% damage, disarming them for 8 seconds. She is really good. She is a free supporter. I do suggest, the event is still ongoing, get her. That I highly suggest. Alrighty, as for weapons, the usual. My weapon is an arena weapon. You can just get this for 10k coins, arena coins, and that's it. I do suggest Viridian always, because yes, why not? It reduces the critical rate of incoming attacks by 32%. It also applies outside, not just by arena. And for Magatamas, yes, they are not perfect, just fully upgraded Magatamas. And that's pretty much it. Alright, so if we're gonna review Nagi a little more, yeah, this is her default costume, her Santa costume, her Mysterious Servant costume, which is looks like 2B, her maid costume, which I really like, the towel costume, and her friend costume, which has a reference to Idol Taimanin because of the fishnet stockings. Alrighty, let's go ahead and see some gameplay.
Momochi Nagi, 参る。おしまいです。おしまいです。嵐ランおしまいやっ嵐ラン
フェリが来てあげたんだから楽しませてね。
風の軌跡を刻み込む。一陣強風。
人間の割にやるじゃない。
素晴らしい指揮でした。さすがです。主様、いかようにもお命じください。桃地凪、参る。ホムラえいや成敗ラセンム嵐ランホムラセントンセントンラセンムえいやんせん
全てをつまびらかにしてしまおう。
嵐ランいけないおしまいです。
フェリが来てあげたんだから楽しませてね。人間の割にやるじゃない。
素晴らしい指揮でした。さすがです。
Alright, so yes, that is Nagi. Overall, she is really good. She has a great AoE skills. She has great melee potential. She's a little slow, but she's much faster than Rin when she is actually attacking. She has a better life steal and she is very easy to use, just like Rin. But like I said, since she has better AoE, she is much better than Rin. And what can I say? Any cons? The only cons I can see on her is that she has a little bit of a low defense. They do that for characters that have HP lifesteal, and her cooldowns are a little bit, long. But if you actually max out your cooldowns on skills, she will be really good. And pretty much that's it for my red build and review on Nagi. Thank you very much for watching. As always, stay safe, like and subscribe for more anime and gaming content. Bye bye!